Hello and welcome to this video. Today we're checking out the Stanley Parable 2. So basically the narrator wants us to check out this version of Stanley Parable because he just wants us into this version. So yeah, see what is up to the new content. If this will load, please.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Is this? Pretty sure it's the same.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket's here. Oh, I don't touch a bucket because I'm not insane.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it?
Should I pick up the bucket? I'm not gonna pick up the bucket. Unless I'll pick up the...
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Right. If it's new content...
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the
No.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. A cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true.
Huh?
You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
Do you know you can fall on
I'm
something?
serious, Stanley. Jump. Jump with the bucket. I promise you'll live. I extra double promise that you can land on the bucket and not die. Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
How dare you? Just told me to jump off the thing. I'm not gonna pick up the bucket. Screw that.
All of
That's...
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm not picking up the black bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What's something we haven't tried yet?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling away
We didn't
from
finish
disbelief,
that
Stanley
ending.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Did it bring close in another episode?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, but you've been here before in the last episode, but...
The moment he entered his manager's office,
Yeah.
Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take.
I'm gonna skip the video until we get to the thing. Okay, this is new thing.
But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future?
This is...
Alas, it was not.
I...
Although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct
Yes.
code by sheer luck. Amazing. he stepped into the newly opened passageway. When he found one of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You
Yeah.
wouldn't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to
Hang on.
savor each and every moment
What?
you come across.
I know the only like intuition is to do with the bucket because I can.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now? When for years
Was this
it had
building
never occurred to
like
him?
used an experiment by Aperture Science?
Unanswered for long.
Because like this looks like
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
No.
Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
should I've got it in the
The door
bucket?
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Bucket sounds nice to get because like that's actually changed the situation from what
At this
we've
point,
seen
Stanley
before.
was mid-
Okay, this is all new. Continue makes them fun. Yeah, the two pictures of fun. Follow Kush Revive by employee 416. We can do it red room. There will be a reward for finding them all. Mission. Okay. Okay then, is there something? There's some kind of game, this must be a point of this. Gotta collect them all. 5 there be, just take it from me. Look, oh it looks like 47. Okay, there's something with the stairs. Oh, so basically if I'm gonna take a picture of this and something both red and blue. Okay, private but smelly place for an important place. Okay,
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
so stairs, talk about stairs. So if I go down,
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini Stanley things? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
yada yada yada. Just let me get this thing over with. Okay. It should be. Everything should be fine until we get to the thing. Okay.
Mind
Now,
control facility.
the mind control facility and escape will probably be two separate different things. But if you escape, without actually like, I'm actually gonna do this one.
Although this
'Cause, like,
passageway had the
it's-
word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
A violent death, you say? It doesn't mean it's a violent
The door
death.
behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get
Get back.
warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
Okay.
Sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so
Does
much
this-
time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently.
Oh, so it's about the bucket now. What?
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Yeah, the bucket. Welcome, we welcome you to the Grand Exhibit. So this is a bucket exhibit now, is it?
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Okay, weird.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
What? I thought it was something like Secret Exit over there, but no. The hanging bucket. We just take that and just seal it.
But there is something we can do. Something
What?
we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world,
lovely.
a new vision for...
This is great. Well, yeah. So now we're gonna reset back to the ending. So we're gonna go to the red and blue doors. I know what.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, where would the confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Okay.
And it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Yeah.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have
sure.
alarmed him, of course, because
Just
buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him. And
okay, that's what that is.
whatever the bucket asked.
But how do you get down there?
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
What's it gonna be?
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the...
Wait. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be the other thing again. I literally forgot about this. Is it gonna be the wife and like...
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley.
What?
and his
Never mind, it's different.
Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Okay.
The Stanley Parable
What?
Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head. Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Okay, T.
I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it would ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else. You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Oh, so
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
you believe in real, don't you, Stanley? Okay.
I suppose on closer inspection, that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Page. Probably will live the same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Okay. Okay, so
I'm having feelings. The bucket. Oh,
What?
No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Here,
Wait,
what
no,
I have to say,
no,
anyone asks, what's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket,
No.
this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give
No.
it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now.
close your eyes. Okay, he's gone insane, he's gone crazy, and Stanley's gone. Go back to work, Stanley. Alright. Wait a minute.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his, Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the
This way. A large, yeah, a proper but smelly place for an important person. Trust the completeness, instinct, ideas. Saw one cargo room, employee 421 building a bridge. Why floating? Well, she gave that source feel. Okay, we're going to the mind control facility.
and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Actually, no. Change your mind.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during
Is this?
He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had failed.
This
His boss
is.
would think he was crazy. And then
This is literally the same exact ending, but it's gonna be with the bucket. It's like a bucket, holding a bucket, taking a bucket everywhere in a normal region. Basically, yeah, but we'll do something else. So try and find the red and blue figurine. Because I remember where it is, it's just like a little bit hard to find, I think. But hey, thank you all so much for watching. God bless you all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.